Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Ezreal in the latest patch 2.2. Now there's a few changes that happened to Ezreal, not necessarily to his kit himself, but to his main items, which have made him definitely climb up the ranks by quite a bit and made him, I would say, probably around the S or the A tier at the moment. Being a super safe champion as well, being able to dash away from enemies makes him really good against like this assassin crazy dive heavy meta that we have at the moment. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot of good gameplay coming out over the next few days. I've got Malphite gameplay to show you, Jinx as well. I know you guys have been asking for more AD carries to be shown and, you know, for me to show off my builds on what I go. So there'll be a lot more different games from different champions coming out over the next few days for sure. And with Ezreal, as I just mentioned, there's been quite a few changes to his items that he normally goes, which has made him a little bit stronger. One of the main items that has made him, I would say, a bit stronger, not too much stronger, but allow him to get his power spike earlier, is Manamune. Now, nothing's actually changed with the Manamune item itself. The main thing that has changed with Manamune is that you can now buy the Sapphire Crystal first item, like, you know, as the game starts off, and you could start stacking the tier right at the start of the game. This is great for Ezreal. Most of the time you don't really want to be fighting in the early game. You just want to sit back and just be farming to try and get to your Manamune, your Trinity Force and your Blades of the Ruin King power spike. And being able to get Sapphire Crystal now to be able to start stacking the tier really early is pretty awesome for him, to be fair. It only goes up to 250 bonus mana, and it only caps by 5 mana every time. Once you upgrade that, once you get the tier of the goddess, you'll be able to stack 7 mana every time, and that goes up to the 700 bonus mana. And then when you complete the mirror mana, you'll be able to stack 10 every single time, and being able to get that 700 bonus mana. Now, what happens when you get the 700 bonus mana? You'll be able to get Mirror Mana, which is such a strong item on Ezreal. You do a lot more damage. You got a lot more mana to your kit, so you'll be doing more damage with that as well. It's a great way to be able to, you know, sit back, use your abilities, and farm up, or even just poke down the enemies as well. Now, another item that has changed in patch 2.2 that I would say overall has been a benefit for Ezreal. You can see the downsides, but you can also see the benefits of it at the same time, is Trinity Force. Now, Trinity Force got a change in one of the items called Sheen. Sheen now no longer builds off Sapphire Crystal and doesn't give you bonus mana anymore. It now only costs, I think it's 900 gold for Sheen. I believe so. Let me quickly double check. I'm pretty sure it's 900. Yeah, it only costs 900 gold now for Sheen, which is really good. So you'll be able to get the Sheen early on and not being able to, you know, use a lot more money for Sheen. And also this makes Trinity Force itself a cheaper item, I think by 300 gold. Something like that, about 300 to 500 gold. I can't remember the exact amount, but they made Trinity Force cheaper as well. So it's a great way to get Sheen really early on, and this gives you a nice power spike to be able to trade a bit better during the laning phase. If you don't know, Sheen works really well with Ezreal's kit. His Q ability, or his Ezreal's first ability, if you land it on an enemy or on a minion, you'll proc the Sheen effect from that first Q shot. So you don't have to use Q and then auto attack afterwards with the Sheen effect, because your Q kind of counts as like an auto attack in a way. Now, as mentioned with the Trinity Force, you don't get that bonus mana anymore, so you actually won't get more damage from the mirror mana. But I believe that obviously the Trinity Force being a cheaper item now, being able to get that Sheen earlier, I think makes Ezreal a stronger champion overall. Now, the next 3 items are kind of similar. There's not really been any changes to the last 3 items. Blade of the Ruin King is so great for Ezreal. You can sit back, you can poke and do that bonus max health damage. You can also get the 3 hits really quickly to get still that bonus movement speed off of a champion. And it also gives you that extra physical vamp as well, which again works great with Ezreal's kit. You got the Mortal Reminder for the armor penetration and the grievous wounds. Works really good again with Ezreal, being able to poke down the enemies, being able to apply grievous wounds to pretty much everyone on the enemy team, which is really nice. Now, the last item, I've gone for Guardian Angel here, but you do have quite a few different options for Ezreal. As I mentioned before, Ezreal is a very safe champion that you can dash around and you can play very safely. if you feel confident enough that you're not going to die or you're not going to jump in or do some crazy stuff, which, to be honest, in this gameplay that I do today, I do a few of the crazy stuff, and I do actually die a few times because of it. A little bit of an int, but, you know, sometimes that happens. But if you feel a bit more confident, if you don't want to go for Guardian Angel, and if you don't want to revive, as I said, you do have a couple of different options. What I've seen used before is, if I can find the item, where is the item? I've completely gone blind. There we go. Death Dance. Death Dance is a great item for Ezreal. Again, it gives you the more physical vamp. It gives you the attack damage, gives you the ability haste, and a little bit of maximum health as well. But the main thing is the passive. Now, as mentioned before, there's a lot of assassins in the meta at the moment. Katarinas, and then you have the wombo combos from the Gallios, the Malphites. You get one shot pretty much constantly on an AD carry. So 30% of the damage taken is instead dealt as bled effect over 3 seconds. This allows you to lifesteal up and being able to use that physical vamp to kind of heal that bleed effect back up. And this stops obviously all the one-shot potentials as well. So if Evelyn's jumping on you trying to one-shot you, 30% of that damage that Evelyn deals with her ultimate will be dealt as a bleed effect over time. So you just have to bear that in mind if you buy this item. But as I said, it allows you to maybe auto-attack a few minions or auto-attack champions to be able to lifesteal back up and to get the health back from the bleed effect. Now for runes, again, this is where it's kind of mixed up a little bit. We still go for Conqueror. Conqueror is still the best item for AD carries at the moment. Fleet Footwork doesn't really help as much on Ezreal. And with Conqueror, you can get stacks really, really quickly. Now we have Champion. Now I made a video a couple of days ago about Champion with actually Xayah. But Champion on Ezreal is really, really, really good. With Ezreal, as I said, he's a really, really safe AD carry. He has a blink effect that he can dash away from pretty much anything and play as safe as possible. Kind of stay back and use his abilities to do damage instead of going into auto attack range. And this allows you, hopefully, most of the time, to be able to die a lot less. Now, obviously, Champion is a very high risk, high reward rune. You gain 10% damage against enemy champions, which does help earlier on as well. But you lose 5% each time if you die. So if you die twice, that's it. You lose the effect. It goes down to 0%. But like I said, most of the time you're going to be sitting back as Ezreal and kind of playing passive. So make sure if you do get this rune, then make sure to keep in mind that you do have it. So you kind of need to play a little bit more passive, but at the same time you do more damage. You could try and be a little bit more aggressive at the same time. Now, if you don't want that high risk, high reward factor with Champion, if you want to play a bit more, I guess, defensive and get like some little extra base stats, then you can go for Brutal. It's really nice for early game. You can be able to sit back and use that extra damage from Brutal to be able to farm up the minions and do that little extra damage to champions. But with Brutal, it doesn't really scale that well into the mid and the late game. Now, next up, we have Regeneration, which is every 3 seconds, you regen 2% of either your health or your mana, depending on which one is lower. This is really good, especially in the early laning phases, when you're poking down with your first ability, with your Q, and when you're using all your abilities to stack your tier early on, regen will actually carry on to regen that mana over time as well. And it actually works really, really well as you go into the mid and the late game as well. Sometimes you'll be low on mana, so it will regen mana, but sometimes you might get dove on, you might get, reduced to quite a low amount of HP. So you'll be able to use Regeneration to regen that HP up and to get that little bit of HP to go back into the fight. And lastly, we have Mana Flow Bands. With Ezreal, it's really easy to land your abilities to be able to get the Mana Flow Band stacks. Gives you the extra mana as well, which, as we saw with the Mirror Mana item, you'll be able to get extra damage with more mana that you get. So Mana Flow Band is pretty good. It's actually one of the only champions that I don't use Sweet Tooth on, because Mana Flow Band just has so much benefit for Ezreal. More mana, more time to use abilities, and more mana means more damage as well. And as for spells, Flash and Barrier, as always, just make sure that if your support takes Ignite or Exhaust, that you take Heal instead. But most of the time you want to go for Barrier, because there's quite a few champions in the game at the moment and quite a few items which reduce healing. So Barrier gives you that nice effect to get the big massive shield. That's it. That's my little rundown of Ezreal patch 2.2. As I said, I think he's probably one of the best ADs out there at the moment with Xayah and Kai'Sa. Really, really safe champion to play. You'll see in the gameplay right now that Champion does work really, really well in the early game to deal that extra little bit of damage. As always, hope you enjoy the gameplay. Make sure you stay tuned for more content. And as always, check the Twitch channel down in the description. I'll be live again later on today doing some ARAMs. Last day of ARAM today. So I'll be doing ARAMs custom games with viewers, and we'll be playing some ranked as well. But thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. I'll see you all very soon. Take care.
Minions have spawned. Engage.
Oh, it is Joey. Wait.
Oh, a plan.
Engage.
Yeah, I totally have one of those.
I didn't actually know it was Joey. Oh, God.
Let's clear up.
That's hilarious. I didn't actually know it was Joey. That's kind of funny.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Oh, I missed my cue. I'm so bad at the game already, chat. I already missed my cue. What's going on? Hamad? Welcome to stream. Thank you for the follow.
Who needs a map? I'm not even breaking a sweat.
How did I know that was going to happen? That was so obvious.
Slain.
When you've got talent,
There's nothing I could have done there.
thing is a lucky shot.
There's actually nothing I could have done there. I don't know why he stepped up towards the Lux queue. I guess there's nothing I can do in that situation.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Gauntlet, let's clear a path. Alright, guys.
I'll go back and get my tier.
Too much.
Top turret is under attack. On my way.
Who needs a map?
Oh, is it really Mozilla? Oh, it's not that much then.
Retreat.
9 bonus AD is not that much.
Bottom turret is under attack.
Go with the odds. I dare you.
9 bonus AD is not that much.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
Oh no, I got caught.
I'm not even breaking a sweat.
They actually survived that as well.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
I can't believe they actually survived that as well. Who flashes like that and somehow survives? Crazy.
Who needs a map?
I started longsword to try and get a bit of pressure in the lane because I went champion. So I kind of wanted to get some early game trades off, but Janna just walked in and died early, so that didn't really work. That's the whole reason though. I went champion on thingy, so
Under attack.
on
I'm in.
on Ezreal. So I wanted to get a bit of early game damage off.
Gauntlet, let's clear
But lo and
a
behold, that
path.
didn't work.
On my way.
Oh, a plan.
On my way.
Yeah, I totally have one of those. Sounds dangerous. I'm in. I'm not even breaking a sweat.
The only annoying thing with this is that Jhin pushes so hard. Hard to actually do anything as an Ezreal.
Who needs a map?
The dragon has spawned. Enemy slain.
I'll make this look easy.
Hmm.
I'm at my best
Unfortunate, I
when the
guess.
world's on the brink of annihilation.
Enemy slain.
Pretty sure someone was just there, no? Is someone there, or am I just seeing things?
Danger.
The gauntlets for show. The talent.
Maybe I was just seeing things, I don't know.
Enemy slain. On my way. Ally slain.
Sounds dangerous.
dragon. Attack the dragon.
Come back.
Enemy slain. Ally slain. Killing spree. Ally slain.
I don't know why we're diving so hard.
Shut down. On my way.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Top turret is under attack. Enemy slain. Attack the dragon. Retreat, 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 retreat.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. I'm not even breaking a sweat.
The Rift Herald has spawned.
Oh, a plan.
Your team has slain the dragon.
I can escape. I can reach him.
Who needs a map?
You have slain an enemy.
This Diana has no idea what he's doing, actually.
On my way.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
You have
Got him!
slain an enemy.
Got him, Chief! Sniperino.
Even breaking a sweat.
They call me Mr. Sniper.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Yo, what's going on, Robbo? Hope you're doing well, mate. You missed the custom ARMs earlier, Robbo. That's pretty fun. I don't know if you're working or something.
Killing spree. Top turret is under attack. On my way.
All right, guys, don't miss me too much.
Retreat, retreat.
This is really worth 10 times the asking price.
Bottom turret is under attack.
I should have actually completed Manamune instead of going for,
Turret is under attack. First turret destroyed.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
Ally slain. You are on a killing spree. Middle turret is under attack. Rampage. Turret lost.
Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one. I'll make this look easy.
nearly messed up there, but worked out in the end. There's someone there.
When you've got talent,
I'm
there's
dead.
no such thing as a lucky shot.
My champion stacks! No, I entered. I should have realised that she was going to be there. I didn't even get the tower as well. That's my bad. What's going on, Vern? How you doing? Welcome. Oh yeah, it was good fun, Robbo. It was good fun. I play Xayah, I feel like she has no damage. You kind of need to wait, to be fair. He's kind of wait until you get to like the later stages of the game with Xayah. He definitely does damage, but not early game, unfortunately.
Retreat.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
Enemy turret destroyed. Retreat. Unstoppable. Double kill.
The talent's all me.
Dominating.
Kind of messed up there a little bit, but worked out in the end. Hitting ulti with Ezreal sometimes is pretty hard.
Oh, a plan. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, sometimes it is pretty hard.
On my way. spawned. Enemy slain.
I'll make this look easy.
I have my Manamune upgraded now, so I'm in a pretty strong spot.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Should be getting Drake here, actually.
On my way. On my way. On my way.
Gauntlet, you have clear a
Slain
path.
an enemy.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
On my way. On my way. Enemy turret destroyed.
Tell me the odds. I dare you.
On my way.
Gauntlets for show. The talent's all me.
Your team has slain the dragon.
Nice.
Top turret is under attack.
I'll make this
I'm push this Herald mid lane as well. Get this done.
When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Oh, I entered. I'm alive. Somehow. I don't know how I'm alive. I tried to dash away from the Yasuo, but it didn't work.
The gauntlets for show.
Go for Gluttonous as well.
It's all me.
Go for good old Gluttonous.
Ally slain.
Keys, you want to play after this then, or I don't know if you meant duo with someone else, or if you want to duo with me, or it's up to you.
I dare you.
I don't mind just playing solo. Completely up to you.
My way.
It's my main account.
Top turret is under attack.
Start this season's been pretty rough for me, so yeah.
Top turret is under attack. Turret lost.
Obviously the season reset as well.
Ally slain.
Clear a path.
Shut down.
Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have one of those.
You have slain an enemy.
Oh wait, he survives on 1 HP there.
Tell me the odds. I dare you.
There's no way that Yasuo survives on 1 HP. How unlucky is that? Oh, he's 1 HP as well. Oh my god. I'm so sad, actually.
Ally slain.
Yeah, it is Keys, yeah. I didn't know at the start of the game, but my chat told me it was.
Who needs a map?
Oh, did Yasuo die in the end? I didn't realize he died in the end, to be honest.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
I'm just so bad. I just keep... I'm playing so aggressive for no reason. I need to stop. I'm actually playing like an idiot. I'm playing way too over-aggressive and I don't need to. Playing way too over-aggressive. Oh, it was Lux, sorry. What rank was Joey last season? Challenger.
On my way.
Gauntlets for show. The talent's all me.
Retreat. On my way.
I'm at my best when the world's on the brink of annihilation.
I do so much damage now. As soon as you get 3 items on Ezreal, you do so much damage.
Gauntlets for show. The talent's on me.
Top turret is under attack. The dragon. Top turret is under attack.
Yeah, I totally have it. Totally I dare you.
Top turret is under attack. You have slain an enemy. Like magic. Turret
Name's
lost.
Ezreal. E. Oh, you're dead.
I'll make this look like magic.
When you've got talent,
That was close.
a lucky shot.
I'm actually gonna go Zonya's. Just in case I get caught out.
The asking price.
Right, let's go. You challengers need to fail so I can start climbing. I mean, it's not our fault that we got demoted down to Emerald because the new season start.
Who needs a map?
That's not our fault.
Bottom turret is under attack. You are on a killing spree. Enemy turret destroyed.
Oh, a plan. Gauntlet.
In game. Unlucky.
For show. The talent's on me.
I actually did pretty well there to poke him out, but
Enemy slain. Double
just getting tower. Casually getting tower.
enemy slain.
Joey's just going like on a 1v9 mission.
Oh, a plan. Yeah, I totally have it.
Enemy on
Joey doesn't care.
on my way. Retreat.
He's just tower diving, just going on a 1v9 mission.
Who needs a map?
Retreat.
We should probably just go Baron, to be honest.
Alright, guys, don't
On
make
my way.
We can just go Baron. Wait, what did Joey say? Leandri's last item.
This is really worth 10
Give that a try. Where's Leandri's? We'll go Leandri's last item. See what it does. What's your phone? Exclamation mark device.
Oh, a plan.
I think everyone is getting used to League Mobile, which is why it's getting harder, maybe. Yeah, true. True. Also doesn't help that I completely inted some of my games, and that's why I've been demoted so much.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Rampage.
Got him.
Name's Ezreal.
And we'll.
Time for a true
That was bad, man.
skill.
We just take Baron, please.
I'm at my best
On
when the
my
world's on
way.
the brink of annihilation.
Engage.
Yeah, I guess we just don't even need Baron at this point. We can do whatever we want.
I'll make this look easy. When you've got talent, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
Let's do Baron.
Engage. Attack engage. Engage. Retreat. Engage.
I should run this top lane. We just take this and we should be fine.
When the world's on the brink of annihilation.
If anyone comes, I'll just dash over the wall.
Your team has slain Baron Nashor. The Elder Dragon has spawned.
Let's clear a path.
Enemy turret destroyed. Enemy slain. Enemy turret destroyed.
I'm at my best
On
when
my
the world's
way.
on the brink of annihilation. I'll make this look easy.
Oh! I need one shot him.
Destroyed.
I need one shot that Lux with my WR combo.
Slain the Elder Dragon. Enemy slain. On my way.
GG's. Nice first game of the day. That's what we like to see.